Unless you've been living in a cave for the last few years, you're aware that electric cars have tremendous acceleration that can put even the most performance-oriented combustion engine automobile to shame. Although most electric vehicles aren't designed to be fast, there are currently a surprising number of models that can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 5 seconds. No worries if you're unfamiliar with EVs or only know a little about them. This video is here to help you. This video shows the in and out of the world's top 10 fastest electric cars. We'll go through each car's specifications, top speed, price, and so on. If you want to learn about the fastest electric cars' charging, range, ownership, costs, safety features, and more, watch the video till the conclusion. So without wasting much time, let's get started. 10. Lucid Air. The Lucid Air Dream is currently the market's longest-range electric vehicle. With a 113 kilowatt-hour battery, the model has a range of around 520 miles. It can also reach speeds of over 160 miles per hour. The Lucid Air is said to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.42 seconds. Lucid Motors manufactures and sells the Lucid Air electric vehicle. It was unveiled in December 2016 with the intention of competing with existing brands in the electric car sector. The Air is intended to compete in the premium sports sector against Tesla Model S and high-end cars from German automakers. Its purpose is to match the performance of sports coupes, but with more inside room and a smaller external length and width. Dream Drive Lucid Motors' advanced driver assistance system will debut in the Air. The Dream Drive sensor suite includes 32 sensors in total, including 14 cameras, 3 forward-facing, 4 side and rear-facing, 4 surround view, 1 rear-facing, 1 rear-facing fisheye, and 1 driving monitoring camera. There are 5 radar units in all. 1 is a long-range sensor that faces forwards, the other 4 are short-range sensors. A high-resolution long-range 125 beam equivalent forward-facing LiDAR scans the three-dimensional space ahead of the car, while 12 short-range ultrasonic sensors handle near-field detection. It's not only the car that's quick, the Air can manage rapid charging of up to 300 kilowatts, which means 300 miles of range can be added in just 20 minutes. The Lucid Air may be considered affordable by high-end buyers. A Lucid Air is a luxury vehicle with a base price of only $77,400. 9. Hispano-Suiza Carmen Buline. Hispano-Suiza, Spain's pre-war equivalent to Bentley, has been resurrected to create the world's most exclusive electric hypercar. The carbon fiber Carmen was conceived and built on the outskirts of the F1 track in partnership with QEV Technologies, whose EV credentials include running Formula E teams. For the time being, Hispano-Suiza is entirely sponsored by the Suzuki Mateo family. Hispano-Suiza is the world's only truly family-owned automobile manufacturer, with the Suzuki Mateo family overseeing the company for 4 generations. In addition to the prototype, 19 1005 brake horsepower Carmens will be constructed at a cost of £1,280 apiece, while a racier Carmen Buline variant will result in an additional 5 cars at a cost of £1.4 million and 1,099 brake horsepower. By the way, both of those costs are pre-tax. The 80 kilowatt-hour liquid-cooled battery, which has a rapid rate of discharge, should be enough for 220 miles on the highway. It's an alien-looking, silent 1,700 kilogram Grand Tourer, where aesthetics, comfort, and a sense of occasion take precedence above raw performance. However, there is no shortage of the latter. The acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour takes only 2.6 seconds, while the top speed is limited to 180 miles per hour. It also handles well, with plenty of grips and predictable handling. Each rear wheel has 2 lightweight permanent magnet synchronous electric motors. The power delivery is smooth and sophisticated, but with little noise to stimulate the senses. It feels oddly unemotional for a car that costs as much as a Tory Pirage. The Carmen is a beautifully designed and made homage to the past and future. It is for people who dare to be different. 8. Neo EP9. You may argue that the Neo doesn't belong on this list because EP stands for Experimental Prototype. The 1,341 brake horsepower four-wheel drive machine was developed with support from Neo's Formula E team and sold 16 units, as well as holding the Nuremberg lap record for a production car in 6 minutes 45.9 seconds. The chassis of the car is entirely made of carbon fibre. The outside is composed of the same material as the interior. The rear wing of the EP9 may be adjusted in 3 positions, identical to that of Formula One cars: parked, minimal drag, and strong downforce. The inside is entirely composed of carbon fibre, as are the exterior and chassis. There are 4 screens, one on each side of the dashboard, one on the driver's side, one on the passenger's side, one in the centre console, and one on the steering wheel. Both screens offer performance data but serve different purposes. Performance data, lap times, and a course map showing the car's current position are displayed on the centre console screen. The acceleration time from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.7 seconds. The EP9 accelerates to 125 miles per hour in 7.1 seconds and has a top speed of over 200 miles per hour. The claimed range is 265 miles and the price is £2.5 million. 7. Lotus Evija. Lotus refers to the Evija as a hypercar, and it may be in a class of its own. Evija's name can be loosely translated as to breathe or life. The Lotus Evija, with a stated output of 1,970 horsepower, will be the world's most powerful road automobile when production begins. All of that power is supplied by a relatively small 70 kilowatt-hour battery pack built in collaboration with Williams Advanced Engineering and is routed to 4 electric motors, one for each wheel. That's little more than 368 kilowatts per wheel for a total output of 1,470 kilowatts. The Evija rides on magnesium wheels with 20-inch front and 21-inch rear diameters. Lotus is seriously bragging about the Evija's performance. Lotus claims the Evija will accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds, and from 0 to 186 miles per hour in less than 9 seconds, and a top speed of beyond 200 miles per hour. We wouldn't be surprised if the former was closer to 2 seconds and the latter was closer to 250 rather than 200. Lotus hopes for a modest 250-mile range, but says the Evija will adhere to the company's reputation of adding lightness by weighing in at 1,680 kilograms. That's impressive for an electric vehicle. Whatever the truth is, the Evija will almost certainly be one of the most exhilarating cars to drive, with a class-leading target curb weight of 1,700 kilograms and carefully tailored driving modes designed to exploit the enormous performance potential. The Evija is a multi-million-dollar purchase, costing roughly $2.3 million, a price that reflects its luxurious origins and speed. This model will only be made in restricted quantities of 130. The Evija can be driven in video games like Asphalt 9, Legends, Asphalt 8, Airborne, Project Cars 3, CSR Racing 2, Forza Horizon 5, Grid Legends, and Real Racing 3. 6. Tesla Model S Plaid. The Model S is undoubtedly the most remarkable automobile on this list, owing to the fact that it isn't a multi-million-pound supercar made from unobtainium in button quantities. With the release of the new Plaid version, you can walk into a local Tesla dealer tomorrow and drive away with a new 1,006 brake horsepower Plaid version, completing the 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint in under 1.99 seconds at the first set of traffic lights. Yes, the Model S's handling remains as engaging as a chat with a dry stone wall, but for pure acceleration, no four-door family car in the world can compete. However, keep in mind that the brand employs the North American rollout acceleration standard, which begins clocking the run after the car has gone about a third of a metre. In reality, this reduces the true standing start time by around a tenth of a second. That's quite impressive for a spacious saloon weighing easily over 2 tonnes and seating 5 people. Expect an 1,100 brake horsepower, 396-mile range and a quarter-mile pace of fewer than 9 seconds. In the United States, the Model S is classified as a full-size luxury car. However, the EPA refers to it as a large car or luxury sedan. The powertrain has a regenerative braking capacity of more than 60 kilowatts, which reduces both energy consumption and brake wear significantly. Since its introduction, the Model S's battery capacity has varied between 60 and 100 kilowatt hours. The Model S's batteries are the heaviest component. The 85 kilowatt-hour battery pack weighed 1,200 pounds. Tesla manufactures some Model S cells in-house and others in collaboration with Panasonic. 5. Draco GTE. The Draco GTE is the first vehicle produced by Draco Motors, a firm based in the United States. The limited edition GTE represents their idea of how the electric drivetrain and advancements in software technology may create a new dynamic driving paradigm. The car is built on the Fisker Revero chassis, with design influence limited to the front and back of the vehicle. The car was designed to be powerful, agile and stable on the ground. A design that blends the strength of a four-seater with the grace and sensuality of a true GT car. The 3-air intake that feeds 3 radiators dominate the front fascia, which is flanked by full and continuous surfaces that allows the eye to caress the automobile without interruptions. The GTE was designed with aerodynamics in mind and is a true performance car. This is seen in the rear's fluid contours and characteristic Coda Tronca form. Grand Studio created the final math data and external body panel engineering. Stamps were machined directly from this maths data and carbon fibre body panels were manufactured. The regular bonnet, large wheel arches and short rear overhang were all signature features. The front apron features a massive replica of an air inlet in the style of a rounded hexagon, while the headlamps are aggressively styled. The GTE's drive system comprises 4 electric motors, each with 225 kilowatts of power. The vehicle has a total power of 1,200 horsepower, a maximum torque of 8,800 newton meters, and a top speed of 206 miles per hour. The 90 kilowatt battery provides for a range of 250 miles on a single charge. The GTE was launched in a limited edition of 25 copies in 2020. The cost per unit is around $1.2 million. 4. Pininfarina Battista. The Battista by Automobili Pininfarina, winner of the most stylable in a name, is an electric hypercar that shares its battery pack with other components of the Rimac C2. It includes a massive 120 kilowatt-hour battery pack that powers 4 electric motors. Instead of resembling a spaceship, the Battista boasts a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of fewer than 2 seconds, a 0 to 186 miles per hour sprint time of 12 seconds, and a top speed of 217 miles per hour. The claimed range is 280 miles, and the 4 motors offer a total power output of 1,400 kilowatts, which is equivalent to 1,877 horsepower in old money, and somewhat enough in plain English. The chassis is made of carbon fibre and has crash components made of aluminium at the front and rear. The majority of the body panels are made of the same material, resulting in low bulk. The car's adjustable suspension system will be calibrated for maximum road comfort. The vehicle features 5 driving modes, each of which alters the power generated by the engine. The front and rear carbon ceramic brake discs are 390mm in diameter and are equipped with 6 piston calipers. To boost stopping power, the active rear wing works as an air brake. The interior of the car can be customised to the customer's specifications. A carbon fibre steering wheel is flanked on either side by 2 huge screens that convey crucial data to the driver. The inside is leather upholstered. The company claims that the car uses acoustics to generate cabin driving sound. The Battista's production was limited to 150 units and began in 2021. Prospective buyers from North America, Europe, Asia and the Middle East will be given equal access to the units. Each car is handcrafted at the Pininfarina plant in Cambiano, Italy. Before the car was released, 40% of the production was already reversed. Despite being closely linked to Rimac, the two share just around half of their components and have an asking price of around £2 million. 3. Genovation GXE Corvette. It's not for the faint of heart to put 6 digits on a car, especially when the first digit is a 7. But that's what it will take, $750,000 to get behind the wheel of the Genovation's car's GXE pavement melter, a 200-mile-per-hour plus C7 Corvette-based electric hypercar with the goods to match. Genovation is a small boutique constructor based in Maryland, but the company's purpose extends far beyond producing fast electric Vetties. Under the hood, 2 electric motors are joined to a single driveline through a specialized coupler. The temperatures of the motors are kept under control by an oil-based cooling system. The current configuration produces 800 horsepower and 718 pound-feet of torque. They intend to install a total of 60 kilowatt-hours of batteries in the finished vehicle, but because they are not using a skateboard-style floor pack architecture, batteries will be installed wherever possible, including in the space previously occupied by the gas tank, above the motors, in the trunk area, and in the former driveline tunnel. The GXE currently uses cylindrical 18650 type batteries, similar to those found in Tesla's electric automobiles. The GXE will be available with the factory Corvette 7-speed Tremac manual or 8-speed automatic transmission, which incorporates paddle shifters, making it possibly unique in the electric car market, at least at this performance level. Drivers will be able to adjust several driving characteristics via the touchscreen, including track modes, power steering level, active wing, traction control, regen level, and propulsion power levels. It can also communicate with the new flat-screen instrument panel. The interiors of the pre-production vehicles are lavish, with soft-touch materials throughout. Genovation's decision to use the C7 Corvette chassis as the body for its electric dream may appear unusual to some. After all, there are far more exotic options on the market. But the Corvette has some advantages and some nostalgia value which makes it stand out. 2. Aspark Owl. Japanese's fledgling electric hypercar business has lost no time in claiming the title of world's quickest car. The Owl's carbon fibre bodywork is based around a 265-pound carbon fibre monocoque chassis. The roof incorporates a stainless steel support system to strengthen the bodywork. The concept's bodywork has been updated with wing mirrors, an active rear wing, and a reworked rear glass. For increased handling, the automobile has a double wishbone suspension with hydraulic dampers and torque vectoring. A carbon ceramic brake system with 10-piston front calipers and 4-piston rear calipers provides stopping power. It is claimed that the Owl can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.69 seconds and 0 to 186 miles per hour in 10.6 seconds and reach a top speed of 249 miles per hour, which would make it the world's fastest accelerating production car. The Aspark is powered by 4 electric motors and a small 64 kilowatt-hour battery. The range is touted to be 280 miles, but we have to question how softly the Owl needs to be driven to get that far on a single charge. We assume it has something to do with the slippery body and the roofline lower than the Ford GT40. Aspark intends to create only 50 Owls, each costing a cool £2.5 million. In the mobile game Asphalt 8 Airborne, the Aspark Owl is a playable festival unlockable car. Aspark's initial appearance on Asphalt is significant. Asphalt 9 Legend sees its return in the Asphalt franchise. 1. Rimac Nevera. The Rimac Nevera is the fastest and most costly electric vehicle on the market right now. The Nevera is produced in Croatia. The name of the vehicle refers to speed. A Nevera is a violent and fast-moving lightning storm. The Nevera is both a hypercar for the general public and a vehicle for Rimac to advertise its technology to potential partners. Rimac already collaborates with Aston Martin, Koenigsegg and Automobili Pininfarina, and Porsche owns a stake in the company. Returning to the Nevera, the statistics are astounding. Power has increased dramatically from the original Rimac Concept 1 from 1,073 to 1,914 horsepower. This, along with all-wheel drive and advanced launch control, resulted in a stated 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint speed in 1.85 seconds. Rimac claims a 0 to 100 miles per hour time of 4.3 seconds, 186 miles per hour in 11.8 seconds, and quarter-mile time of 1.9 seconds, and a top speed of 258 miles per hour. If you use your right foot sparingly, Rimac claims the Navira has a range of 403 miles from its 120 kilowatt-hour battery. Surface-mounted magnet motors power Navira's four wheels separately. They produce a total of 1,427 kilowatts and 2,360 newton-meters of torque when combined. A single-stage transmission connects the front and rear wheels. Rimac claims the automobile was built to be extremely durable and capable of being driven aggressively. Furthermore, the automobile is technologically capable of autonomous driving at level 4 with complete advanced driver assistance technologies. The car has an altogether new design and does away with traditional doors in favour of butterfly doors. The Navira costs around $2.4 million, which is beyond reach for many customers. Those who can afford luxury speed at any cost, on the other hand, may be drawn to this vehicle. The progress made in the electric vehicle industry in the recent years is not only welcome but also critical in view of rising global greenhouse gas emissions. The most significant barrier to widespread adoption of electric-powered transportation is cost, as gasoline and vehicles that operate on it are easily available, convenient, and less expensive. We anticipate that technical developments and policy reforms over the coming decade will aid in the transition away from traditional fuel-powered vehicles. That's it for today. Like the video and subscribe to our channel for more such videos. See you next time. Thanks for watching.